I'm going to share with you how I turned $4 a month into $70,000. So if you want financial freedom, investing in the stock market and waiting for it to perform is going to take you a long time. Instead of just trying to grow what you have, it's important to understand ways to create new wealth. And this is how I created new wealth by turning $4 a month into $70,000 in 5 years. A couple things to keep in mind. First of all, every billionaire created their wealth in one of two ways. They either created it by owning a business or by owning real estate. Second, the most important tool that they used to create that wealth is called OPM, which stands for other people's money. That's the tool that you can use to create leverage to turn a few dollars into a lot of dollars. What I did is I combined two of these. I combined OPM and real estate. So what I did is I found a property where the seller was willing to sell me the house, not for a lump sum payment up front, but for a series of payments over 5 years. It's called seller financing. And he and I agreed that I would pay him $804 a month for the next 60 months or the next 5 years. And so that's a little under $50,000 that we agreed to in the price. So I'm paying $804 a month for 5 years. I then found a tenant who's willing to pay $800 a month to live in that property. So every month I was collecting $800 from the tenant and paying $804 to the seller. So what was happening was I was using OPM from the seller to buy the house with none of my own money or credit. I was using OPM from the tenant to pay off the seller. Again, my net cost was just $4 a month, which turns out to be about $240 over 6 months, or over 60 months. When the house was paid off, the tenant moved out, and I sold that property for $70,000. So did I benefit from appreciation? Yes. When I bought the house, it was worth about $50,000, and during that 5 years, it went up to $70,000, which was awesome. But what if it had gone down in value? What if I'd paid $50,000 for it and it had gone down to $40,000? Yeah, that would have been unfortunate, but I still paid $4 a month. I still would have turned $240 into $40,000. The point is, when you're using OPM and real estate and you're using other people's money to buy and pay down that mortgage, you can create a lot of wealth regardless of what happens with the stock, or excuse me, with the price of that real estate. So in other words, it's not like the stock market where you're buying it and it only makes money if it goes up. By using OPM and real estate, you're able to make money even if the value of that house goes down over time. So that's how that works. Now, did it take effort? Yes. I had to find a seller who was willing to sell with seller financing. Now, that's the most time-consuming part of this, but there are certain ways you can go about doing that. I had to find a tenant. That's actually pretty easy. A lot of people looking for places to rent, that was pretty simple, but it does take some time and effort. But imagine if you did that just twice a year for the next 5 years. 5 years from now, some of those houses would now be getting paid off. 10 years from now, they'd all be paid off. And you'd have assets worth more than $1 million. And if you were just going to hold those and keep the cash flow, you'd be making well over $10,000 a month of passive cash flow. So that's the power of using OPM and leverage to acquire real estate and build your wealth. So that's just one way to create wealth so that you can achieve financial freedom faster. If you want to learn some more ways, click on the link in the description below and learn more about our Financial Freedom Fast Track program, where we help you create wealth and achieve financial freedom. Thanks, and have a great day.